You know that moment. It's 10:47 at night. The dishes are still sitting in the sink. One of you is scrolling. The other is half watching something neither of you even picked on purpose. And the weird part is, nothing is technically wrong. No fighting, no betrayal, no huge dramatic collapse. Just two people slowly disappearing inside routines that used to feel comforting and now feel numb. And somewhere beneath the surface, you catch yourself thinking, why do I feel so disconnected when we spend every day together? Why does everything feel heavier lately? Am I actually tired, or have I just stopped caring? Is this what adulthood becomes? Do other couples secretly feel this too? And here's the truth most people never hear. You are not lazy. Your relationship is not broken because you stopped trying hard enough. You got trapped inside comfort without realizing comfort and connection are not the same thing. Because the comfort trap doesn't feel dangerous at first. It feels safe, predictable, easy, familiar. But over time, comfort without emotional presence slowly turns love into autopilot. And bro, that changes everything. This is not a sign you chose the wrong person. This is not proof you've fallen out of love. Most couples who deeply love each other pass through this exact phase and never understand what's actually happening beneath the surface. By the end of this video, you're going to understand why relationships quietly drift even when nobody meant to disconnect, why your nervous system confuses familiarity with intimacy, and how emotionally available couples rebuild connection before it's too late. Let's get into it. The mindset reframe. Most couples believe relationships fall apart because people stop loving each other. But the real truth is far more uncomfortable. Most relationships slowly weaken because people stop experiencing each other. There's a difference. Your partner's nervous system is reading you long before their mind catches up. It notices your distracted responses, your half-listening, your emotional absence, your predictable routines, your lack of curiosity. And the terrifying part? None of those things feel dramatic enough to sound alarms. That's why the comfort trap is so dangerous. It doesn't arrive like chaos, it arrives like convenience. You stop asking deeper questions because you already know them. You stop flirting because life got busy. You stop reaching because they'll probably still be there tomorrow. And slowly, connection gets replaced with maintenance. Most couples think comfort means the relationship is stable. But here's what nobody explains. Human beings do not bond through proximity alone. They bond through emotional responsiveness, through feeling seen, chosen, felt, turned toward. And when those moments disappear, the nervous system quietly starts interpreting the relationship differently. Not unsafe enough to leave, but not emotionally alive enough to fully stay present either. That's where people become withdrawn. That's where resentment grows in silence. That's where someone wakes up one day thinking, I don't even know when we started drifting. And honestly, this is deeply tied to attachment patterns. An anxious partner often responds to the comfort trap by chasing harder. More talking, more checking, more reassurance seeking. An avoidant partner usually responds by shutting down further because pressure makes their nervous system feel trapped. So both people end up protecting themselves while secretly longing for the exact same thing: connection. Not louder conversations, not more relationship advice, not pretending everything is fine, but two emotionally available people willing to become present again. And that's the shift that changes everything. 1. The relationship became functional instead of emotional. Here's the part no one talks about. Most couples slowly become incredible teammates and terrible witnesses of each other's inner world. You start managing life together instead of experiencing life together. Bills, groceries, schedules, logistics, survival. And beneath the surface, both nervous systems quietly start starving. Because humans don't just need partnership, they need emotional presence. Most people in relationships think connection disappears because life got stressful. But the deeper truth is this. Stress only exposes where emotional rituals stopped happening. You stopped asking questions you don't already know the answer to. You stopped looking up when they entered the room. You stopped responding emotionally because routine convinced you closeness would maintain itself automatically. And here's what changes everything. Intimacy isn't built in the big moments. It's built in 30-second moments of turning toward each other consistently. The disconnected version sounds like, "How was your day? Fine. Good. Done. Conversation over." The connected version sounds like, "What drained you today? What felt heavy? You seem quieter tonight. What's going on?" And suddenly, her brain quietly registers. He actually noticed me. Something inside him softens too. Maybe I don't have to carry this alone. That's when the walls between you start coming down, without either of you forcing it. 2. Familiarity started replacing curiosity. And this is the one most couples never figure out. Most couples assume knowing someone deeply means curiosity naturally fades over time. But the real truth? Curiosity is what keeps love alive. The comfort trap convinces you your partner is figured out. Same reactions, same opinions, same routines. But people are constantly becoming. And when curiosity disappears, emotional intimacy starts suffocating beneath certainty. Your nervous system responds powerfully to novelty. Not random novelty, emotional novelty. Feeling discovered again, feeling seen again, feeling emotionally fresh again. Most people in relationships stop asking meaningful questions because familiarity feels efficient. But efficiency is amazing for work, terrible for connection. The disconnected version says, "You always do this. I already know what you're going to say." The connected version says, "Wait, help me understand what this felt like for you. What's been changing inside you lately? Bro, do you understand how different those two energies feel? One creates defensiveness, the other creates openness. And what moves through her is, maybe I still matter here. What moves through him is, maybe I'm still emotionally safe to reveal myself." That's the shift that turns a relationship from something managed into something alive. 3. You mistook comfort for safety. This is where it gets really interesting. Comfort and emotional safety are not the same thing. Most couples think safety means avoiding tension, avoiding difficult conversations, avoiding emotional discomfort. But real safety is not the absence of conflict. It's the absence of fear inside conflict. Huge difference. Because plenty of couples look calm on the outside, while both people feel emotionally alone underneath. The comfort trap teaches you to preserve peace instead of preserving honesty. So people start swallowing feelings, avoiding repair, hiding resentment, performing fine. And over time, emotional distance forms like scar tissue after hundreds of unrepaired moments. Your nervous system during conflict is like a smoke detector. It cannot always distinguish between disagreement and danger. So when criticism shows up, even calmly, the body often hears, "I'm failing, I'm unwanted, I'm alone." The disconnected version sounds like, "You never listen, forget it, whatever." The connected version sounds like, "I know you're not trying to hurt me, but something in me feels alone right now. Can we slow this down together?" And here's the thing, this isn't a communication hack. This is what emotionally mature love actually looks like. Because when someone feels emotionally safe, their defenses stop leading the conversation. And that's when your partner stops feeling like an opponent and starts feeling like home again. 4. You started living beside each other instead of with each other. Most couples drift gradually, quietly, almost invisibly. Not because they stopped loving each other, because they stopped sharing emotional experiences in real time. You can sleep beside someone every night and still feel emotionally abandoned. That's the dark psychology of the comfort trap. The relationship becomes physically close, but emotionally parallel, like two trains moving side by side without ever crossing paths. Most people in relationships assume quality time means simply existing together. But shared space is not the same thing as shared presence. Watching shows together isn't automatically connection. Running errands together isn't automatically intimacy. Presence matters, attention matters, emotional responsiveness matters. The disconnected version looks like this. One partner starts talking while the other keeps scrolling. Yeah, crazy. No eye contact, no emotional landing. The connected version? The phone goes down, the body turns toward them, and something simple gets said. "Wait, tell me that again. I want to actually hear this." And her nervous system quietly says, "I matter more than distraction right now." His body feels, "I'm not alone in this moment." That's how connection rebuilds, not through grand gestures, through repeated moments of emotional availability. 5. You stopped becoming individually alive. And here's what nobody explains. Sometimes the relationship feels numb because you feel numb. Most couples trapped in emotional drift aren't actually disconnected only from each other, they're disconnected from themselves. Routine took over, stress took over, survival took over. And slowly, both people stopped bringing energy, aliveness, curiosity, and emotional presence into the relationship. Because attraction is deeply connected to vitality. Not perfection, not constant happiness, vitality. A person who is emotionally engaged with life naturally brings more emotional energy into love. Most people in relationships unconsciously expect the relationship to create aliveness for them. But healthy relationships happen when two people bring aliveness into the relationship together. The disconnected version sounds like, I don't know, I'm just tired all the time. Nothing really excites me anymore. The connected version sounds like, I forgot parts of myself lately. I want to reconnect with them. I want us to feel alive again, not just functional. And something in your partner immediately feels hope. Not because everything is fixed overnight, but because they can feel movement again. This isn't about becoming a different person. This is about becoming emotionally present enough to fully inhabit your own life again. And that's when love stops feeling like maintenance and starts feeling real. So no, you're not lazy. You didn't wake up one day and suddenly stop caring about your relationship. You slowly got pulled into patterns most couples never notice until the connection already feels fragile. But awareness changes things, because once you understand the comfort trap, you stop measuring love by familiarity alone. You start measuring it by presence, curiosity, emotional safety, turning toward each other in the small moments that most people ignore. And honestly, that changes who you become inside a relationship. You stop waiting for connection to magically return. You start creating it intentionally. Not through performance, not through pressure, not through pretending things are perfect, but through emotional honesty, through repair, through becoming someone who stays emotionally available even when life gets heavy. These aren't just tips for a better relationship. They're the beginning of becoming the kind of partner you always wished felt safe to love. Because real intimacy doesn't disappear all at once. It fades quietly when two people stop reaching for each other, and it returns the exact same way.